Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Jillian. And so, yeah, I got another major download, upload, whatever you want to call it, from the universe. Actually, I got a download from the universe uploading into my systems. And then I'm in the process of analyzing and processing all the information. So, we have to understand what feelings and biochemistry and the energy, the pluses and the minuses, the integers, and then the intelligence behind the integers and the energy, the short wave and the long wave energy. And so if we bring everything back to the sun, the earth, excuse me, I'm clearing a lot because I've been exposed to a lot of stuff over the weekend. But the energy of the sun, well, the earth is absorbing short wave and then it releases long wave energy. Okay. So think of people out there. We are absorbing shortwave radiation, shortwave energy, whether it's from the sun or from any other type of transducer. And then we are emitting long wave energy that then would be attributed to biochemistry, frequency, feelings, unbalanced energy, because we've come to understand that biochemistry is really frequency, and there are actual names of the frequencies. I mean, you can call them piano keys or different notes on a musical page, or you can call it feelings on a human. And then we can understand then what the feelings are actually representing when it comes to what are you attracting and what are you trying to push away. And so that's the why we have to understand pluses and minuses, the integers of everything in our society. So like we said, biochemistry is energy. And those are the acids and the minerals and all the different fats and the proteins. And our body processes energy and we absorb it, but we also release it based upon the needs of the body. And sometimes the body produces a lot of energy that is not being released correctly. And so it builds up. And then when it builds up, it then could be like a supernova, like an explosion. And so I'm sure some of you have been around situations of where somebody has built up so much energy, or they're trying to gain some energy by using concoctions out there, and then that energy is then released. It comes in really like crazy and it's released really crazy because you're converting that energy based upon the state of your body. Okay? So biochemistry is energy, and those are the acids and the minerals in the universe that translates into different frequencies. The feelings or the energy has intention or adding something to the situation or subtracting something to the situation. And so now you must understand what feelings are actually doing to you and what you're giving permission to others. Hi, sugar. I know you're getting rid of stuff out of your body too. So love is attraction. Let's look at all the different like feelings and emotions, and then you can look at the emojis and you can kind of tell what people are dealing with. And they're dealing with a lot just by seeing what they're reacting to, or lack of reaction, or what they're focusing on, or their behaviors and lifestyles. Okay, so it's not even just what's on Facebook, because some people are very good at hiding what's in their life by not saying anything on Facebook. But when you know them in real life, you're like, oh wow, okay, they're dealing with some stuff here. So love is attraction, but what are you attracting? See, that's the thing. Anybody can give out love, 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 love. Like that's why I always say that, please. Love, don't use word love in such a frivolous way, because what are you attracting? And why are you loving and attracting this person, place, or thing? And fear. Fear is giving permission for someone to cannibalize you. Like, I've been watching stuff on YouTube about the Jeffrey Epstein case and all the victims that were teenagers, and they were always in fear, and then he fed upon that fear. And so fear is giving permission to all the predators in the environment that you are not strong enough, that you need to be cannibalized in some way, shape, or form. And so that's why fear has been such a huge proponent out there for those that are trying to balance out the population, is if they induce fear on someone who is already weak, then the person is going to give permission to those that are putting fear out there to then utilize their energy and cannibalize them in some way, shape, or form. Hate is attraction. But again, what are you attracting? Because hate is another type of passion that serves to attract, okay? And so that's like the plus. Fear is like the minus. You're giving permission for someone to come after you, okay? Happiness is also an attraction. What are you trying to attract? Hate is attraction. Like, sadness is is an attempt to attract because of a loss. So when you see someone that's really like in pain and they're so sad and they're crying out all over Facebook about something or another, you see everybody coming around from all corners of Facebook and saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry," this and that. So you see that sadness is another way to try to attract something that was left, that left them, and then they weren't really prepared. And sadness can also be just things like in your life that are unresolved, of things that happened that were a loss, and you're sad about it, and so now you're trying to attract the same thing that left you, and that will be forever unresolved because it's a loss that you're not regenerating. It's a loss that you can never get back through your eyes. Okay. Anxiety is not understanding what you're attracting, but you're still trying to attract it with an ignorance. See, when people are anxious about stuff, it's because they have a fear, and they have, something about that situation that is causing them to fear stuff and try to stop it. And so anxiety is well, yeah, it's almost like a confusion between plus and minus. You're attracting because there's mixtures of fear and mixtures of whatever, but then you're also trying to push it away, like you don't want to deal with it. And so, well, a lot of people who deal with a lot of anxiety issues because of things that happened in their childhood. And so when they see it again, they still attract it because they're in it, and then they're trying to push it away. So that confusion between plus and minus, and they don't know which one it should be, plus or minus. So, like I said, Earth absorbs energy from the sun in the form of shortwave energy or radiation, mostly invisible near infrared and ultraviolet forms. And energy leaving Earth is in the form of outgoing longwave radiation, mostly infrared and far infrared. So right now, humanity is going through a major universal energy power grab. And those that understand how energy can be converted are the ones that are going to take whatever different feelings that are out there by synthetic means, like as if they were creating the situations, and they're taking all of those energies that are out there in the universe, and they're taking it and utilizing it for the future, for infrastructure, for innovation. And so when I'm going to characterize the masters of illusions, they're the ones that understand, which is the 17 influential families. They're the ones that understand how to use energy and convert it, because they were taught by higher power beings how to utilize energy and convert it. And you are understand that you are a transducer, and when you're working with pluses and minuses all over the place, all the different integers, and then you are the intelligence. If you understand why you feel love, why you feel fear, why you have hate, sadness, happiness, anxiety, all of that, that's the intelligence. But when you're just strictly reacting, and the only thing that you know of why you have the love, the fear, the hate, and the sadness is based upon your specific situation, and you're still aging and degrading with cancer, disease, and chronic illness, then you're strictly reacting to your current biochemistry and unbalanced energy. And some people are supernovas. They will hold on to so much of the energy and then release it, or they'll try to gain so much energy and then try to release it, because that's the only way they know how to manually open and close their biochemical channels. And sometimes it can be very destructive to not only themselves, but to other people. And so you as a human have to understand what all these different biochemical frequencies mean at the root level. And so that way you can better figure out what you're in for in the future. Okay. And those that have a lot of biochemical imbalances, it can be a lot of ups and downs, like a lot. And so, if you can, and that's, I say with the JG's crowd, excuse me, you'll be more discerning on who it is that you attract and who it is that you get together with and who it is you go into business with. Okay, because that most people, everyone out there that's not doing JG's, they're dealing with some form of biochemical unbalanced energy. And so how much is okay to deal with and how much is like, okay, well, that's where I draw the line. And that's going to be very interesting to see those on the Jilly Juice, what they are going into and what they're attracting and what they are reacting to. And so, if I can attach some kind of biochemical, or not, what is that? Attach some kind of logic around frequency and infrared, shortwave, longwave, the universe and all the energy in the universe, and then apply intelligence to how it is that you're absorbing and releasing, then you can better understand the words behind the different feelings, behind the biochemistry, behind the hormones like adrenaline, serotonin, oxytocin, dopamine, nora or epinephrine or norepinephrine. I mean, all of these different hormonal names are actually frequencies. They are hormones that are applied to specific frequencies, and then what people are doing as far as drugs, alcohol, sex, all the different remedies, what the holistic and the allopathic industry do is they take out energy sources out of your body because you don't know how to manage them. And then they try to apply a synthetic means that people cannot seem to balance out correctly, because anytime you bring in something that is not, that really isn't part of the overall flow of the system naturally, that is connected and balanced with other things, then you're going to have other systems in your body be affected by that foreign object, by that foreign substance. And the body will attempt to adapt to it, but since you're not producing it yourself, you're bringing it in like a hormone that you should be producing yourself, then, all bets are off. You don't really know how it's going to manifest. And so that's why Jelly Juice is so amazing, is that it opens up channels. It allows you to actually process and code the food supply based upon the intelligence of your body. And then you will have another type of innovation because you have allowed another perspective to open itself up. But a lot of people have a lot of closed channels in their body that have been deadened through predispositions and genetics and the medical industry. And so they're only working with maybe 5 things when they could be working with 10 things, but they would never know this because the 5 things is their reality. And I'm just saying, hey, maybe your reality isn't the 5 things, maybe your reality is 10 things, but you don't even know that because you haven't opened up those channels. So anyways, all right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.